Hello and good morning, and welcome to the Morning Steam here on the Sports Money Network for Wednesday, September 10th. I'm Ramon. Tuesday, September 10th. I'm Ramon Scott. Uh, I'll get the tagline changed, I think, there as we go. Maybe when we're done with the show. Hopefully, you guys found me here. I had the date wrong on a couple of the on the thumbnails, so don't worry about that. We'll get it all taken care of. We'll give a few minutes here to let everyone come in and settle in for today. I got some things I want to talk about as I was apparently drawing the ire of a lot of folks last night on X, and maybe I'm a little bit in trouble and need to apologize for some of my conduct and behavior on this might be my last show with Mikey M on his channel here if I continue to behave like this in regards to some of the things that went on last night with Monday Night Football. What a game last night. Really enjoyable, even though it was a one-sided game, certainly for the 49ers. Yeah, we did have them here on the show yesterday, kind of fading that public move, right? But the big news certainly was towards the start of the game within the final hour when Christian McCaffrey was ruled out of the game, and that immediately changed the complexion of the game. Now, we did talk about, or I did anyway, on another show across the street, how I thought the 49ers running game was the key in the game that would provide them with the mojo, with the momentum to get the victory over the Jets last night. Definitely have a lot of things to work on, and not just keeping their quarterback healthy. But when McCaffrey was ruled out of the game, that certainly was going to change a little bit for the 49ers, mostly in who was going to take McCaffrey's place in yesterday's big game, right? So look, there was a lot of maneuvering, and a lot of people maybe even took advantage of the situation with getting the news a little bit early and going to their book and maybe placing a few max limit bets in that game, right, on their new favorite running back. So look, for Jordan Mason to come in and be the starter now, I need to clarify here my comments a little bit. There's no doubt, as a football expert, I immediately would refer to my figures, my models, if you will. And look, industry-wide, it was widely regarded that Jordan Mason would be the player to get the majority of the carries if something were to happen, or if McCaffrey didn't play. I don't know. Apparently, it came to a surprise to a lot of people that Jordan Mason was the man that was going to get the touches. I don't see how they would miss something like that. Maybe they're just not big sports fans after all. Maybe they just figured the 49ers got 5 other running backs and they'll all get 3 or 4 carries and they'll just rotate them in there. Well, the man from Georgia Tech is the second string, the replacement running back. So what happened was McCaffrey's ruled out. All the props kind of come down, on McCaffrey. But apparently, people were able to capitalize on that at their books. Some people even taking advantage and putting max bets, for example, at Jordan Mason. I just saw it on X. I don't know any of these people, but they were able to take Jordan Mason over 13.5 yards at minus $1.10. Well, some books reported back to customers and said, hey, you know what? The odds were actually wrong there for Jordan Mason, which they were, right? Once McCaffrey's ruled out, those odds change. Over 13.5 might be upwards of 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 to 1. Mason was easily going to get 13.5 yards barring injury or something like that. In fact, I believe when some books that did reopen Jordan Mason actually may have opened him as low as 56.5 yards up to 65.5 yards as that prop. Let me know what you had in there, because I wasn't following the prop. I was just kind of trying to piece it together, because I drew the attention of some of sports betting's biggest influencers on the internet critiquing my analysis of bettors that try to take advantage of books. I'm coming to it from a moralistic perspective, right? Look, I'm not any more uppity than the next guy here, but I don't want to sit across from the room and know that I took advantage of a man for, a couple grand. That's just not the way I do business. So those people were upset because they're minus 110 bets for, I don't know how much, maybe you can get a nickel on a prop like that. The lower rated players at 13.5, they were startled when their odds were readjusted to minus 5,000. Other players tweeted out their tickets as well, where they were able to take advantage of the situation. When I got the attention of one of sports betting's biggest influencers on the internet saying, Ramon, you're completely wrong. They said, wait. I said, look, we shouldn't be allowed to really take shots at a book, right? I want to do business man to man. I know I ran a private book for 20 years or more. So I know what it's like to get taken advantage of, maybe a misprinted parlay card or something like that back into the when I was pushing book a little bit back in the 90s and early 2000s, right? Hey, I tell them, hey, I'll honor this for you. I'll pay it out, but you and I probably aren't going to do business anymore. Everybody knows this team was a 6-point favorite, not a 6-point dog. And hey, I just got quote unquote fat fingers. So look, I'm trying to do business with someone, and I'm not going to bury the people that I need to do business with, even if it's for chump change for some of these people. So I took exception to that, but I stand corrected. One of the most influential bookmakers also came to my attention, saying that maybe I was wrong there as well, that really it's just a bad book that didn't realize, kind of explaining what I said before about maybe that book didn't understand. This is what the popular bookmaker, one of the most popular bookmakers on X, he comments on a lot of issues. He's always right, in my opinion. This guy is top notch. He is top of the line. So is this influencer. He is one of the best there is. This guy's segments on betting networks are must watch. He's very entertaining. He's very informative and likable as well. One of my favorite people to watch, but I think he's dead wrong here, right? I'm not looking to take advantage of the sports books. They might be looking to take advantage of you. I get it. So my position is going to be, I support you guys. If you want to take advantage of sports books and their mistakes, you go right ahead. I'm not going to do it. In fact, what has happened with me in the past, when I had brought attention to a sports book's pricing error online, you know what they did? They comped me a little bit. They sent me $50. They sent me some something for calling them up and saying, hey, you got a bad line here. Well, what the bookmaker actually said was he felt like that book just basically said, we don't believe that, that Jordan Mason would be the back. So they left it at minus 110 on purpose. They didn't adjust it because the book didn't realize that Jordan Mason was going to get a majority of the touches and go for over 65 and a half, 55, whatever it was. He had 147 yards and a touchdown. So good on them. No problem. Right. But I just don't think that's the way you should do business. Imagine if I just went to, say, the CVS every day and, back on the back shelf, they had a bottle of my favorite Patron tequila. And instead of the bottle being $59.95 for a bottle of anejo or something like that. They made a mistake and it was $5.99. Well, I couldn't walk up to the counter and buy all 50 bottles they had. That would be too obvious. So what I'd do is I'd go there and I'd take one bottle a day or a week and place it on the counter with a bunch of other items. And the lady didn't drink tequila. She didn't know that it was only $6. But one day I went to the CVS and I brought that same bottle with a different employee. And they said, this shouldn't be $5.99. This is $59.99. And, I wasn't going to tell them that I'd been buying the same bottle of Patron tequila for the last 30 days and paying just $5.99 for it. I just shrugged my shoulders, went back and put it on the shelf and moved on, right? I wasn't looking to take advantage of anyone that they knew anyway. So, look, maybe my comments were controversial, and certainly everyone was, telling me to go to hell, basically, that I'm wrong. We should be allowed to take advantage of the sports books. That's our right. They take advantage of us with the service charges or things like that. I don't think people understand how to do business. Those are the same people that come to your house party and you wonder where that prized possession went when you wake up on Saturday morning. So that's just my position on it. And if people want to call me out on X, and hey, maybe I'm just looking for a few views here. Maybe I'm just looking for attention, so to speak. But I think this is an important fact, especially when you saw after the game Jordan come out and say, hey, you know what? I didn't really know that I was going to play until Friday. Well, this is probably a problem here. The 49ers are probably going to draw a fine from the league. In fact, you heard Shanahan come on after the game and say, oh, he just messed up. He's not used to interviews. He didn't really know what we were telling him. We were telling him to be ready just in case. We all knew that McCaffrey had a questionable tag, but I felt he was good to go and good to play, so to speak. So this is just kind of went down, something that went down. And look, the star of the game was basically Jordan Mason with those 147 yards. Brock Purdy, he was at his usual self here at 231 yards. And Aaron Rodgers was going to struggle there on the road in his first game, looking slow. Throws were late. Obviously wasn't able to compete against one of the best teams, Super Bowl contender, San Francisco 49ers. But to me, that just seemed like the wrong approach. And hey, I appreciate it. I'm going to go through all your comments right now, and I'm going to take the heat. You tell me how we should take advantage of the sports books and, walk up to that counter and try to get those good lines from them, so to speak. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming today to the Morning Steam. Let's say hello to Joey Harb here. And here's Dave has made it here after he brought to us a dono yesterday. Thank you, Dave, for your contributions to Sports Money. You can, everybody's welcome to join our channel. We're going to put in some perks here and things like that. And here's Joey here today. Thank you. Joey's taking a victory lap with the Niners here. Jermaine's here today. Saw Jermaine last night in chat rooms far away. R. Tomps is here. And who else is going to join me in the chat today? And here is thank you, Dave. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stand by it. I mean, all I have is my reputation. I'm not as big as these guys. I mean, they're running top-notch sports books here. I'm just in a tiny little studio in Las Vegas, schlepping picks. Just trying to entertain you guys and make some picks online. I'm not going anywhere. They're not going to find me as a big sports betting influencer. Maybe I am with my friends here in the chat, but you guys are the ones who influence me, and I just want to be moral. I just want to be that. I don't have a lot of things that I can proclaim. You know what? With my own personal life, I have my own problems, demons, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to it, they'll say, hey, you know what? At least Ramon wasn't going to take advantage of a sports book there. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm surfing lines all day to find, a book that's, 1 or 2 points off and make a living out of it, right? That's what I need the sports books for, and I'll do that all day long, to earn a little bit, right? To try to cover those plays. Sure, there are times we're not hitting 52, 55, 58%, whatever we need to do to make our money. You guys might not have time to do the things that I do, going from book to book and trying to find, little middles here or there, little advantages. There's a difference between a bad line or not even a bad line, right? But a difference between a line that's, this book's got it at -5 and this book's got it at -7. There's a difference between a line that's minus $1.10 and minus 5,000. So that's the point that I'm making there with that. And Fernando, I thought under 2, and I thought it went kind of as planned here for me. Subhuman, thank you, hello. And who else can we see? It's just you guys here at this point. And again, like I said, you guys go right ahead. I've changed my tune. I went in there thinking that I was in the right, but when I got shot down by one of the top sports betting influencers in the space saying I'm wrong, you've got to take advantage of the sports books when you can. They're out to get us, so you got to subtly do it. But don't come complaining to me when you get banned by that sports book. And I said what would happen if a larger wager, and you're probably not going to get that. But again, anytime a book cancels a bet, there's a gaming commission. You actually could file against a book to look at a case, right? If I were a gaming commission, look, the information came out an hour before the game. If the bet was placed like 15 minutes before the game at minus $1.10 and it was really minus 5,000, then you're wrong. You're not going to get it. You're not. There's no commission, and Joe Blow will say, "Oh well, the commission's in the back pocket of the sports books." You bet they are. They're here to protect the sports books, and that's what rules like that are made for. So, all right, let's see here. Also, I reviewed the Tyreek Hill video. You guys might have comments on that, right? I was on the air the first time I saw, or before the body cam video came out, and I said, wow, this is a bad look for the Miami-Dade Police Department. 24 hours later, I've changed my tune. I mean, maybe they don't know. Maybe you guys don't know. Maybe you don't follow the news. Maybe you don't know how these situations escalate. I might be watching a few body cam videos on YouTube here or there, and you see how things escalate quickly with people in tinted window cars, things like. In fact, there was just a popular one a week or two ago with a terrible situation. So that's just the way. Speaking of doing the way you do business, right? Just be a man, right? Nobody, no. They're okay. The bad cops, the bad apple. I don't think those guys are looking to get into any scuffles. They got to go home to their families every night as well. And not everybody knows who Tyreek Hill is. But believe it or not, only 10% of the population actually watches NFL football intently enough to know who the star players are, right? Nobody knew who Scotty Scheffler was either. So I'm not even going to play that card here. You just don't know. These people don't know who they are. They're living their lives. Yeah, maybe male police officers are going to know Tyreek Hill a little more than the next guy, but you just don't. I don't. You guys know, and I get it. It's going to be a lightning rod. I feel like I'm in the minority. I started on saying, "Wow, I can't believe the police were that," but then I heard the audio, I heard the instruction, saw the window go, all that, right? So you gotta escalate. You gotta, put the person, whoever it is, in a position where they cannot harm the officer. So that was just a tough one there, and hopefully everyone will will figure out what they want to do. Who else we got here? I hope I don't lose any viewers over this. I feel like I don't want to make anybody mad, but I feel at least on that sports betting one anyway. Hello to Ray Otachi here as well, and welcome to You Read This Wrong, new commenter here as today. All right, now Tom Leach, thank you here. Let's get back to baseball here a little bit, and we could talk about the game last night. Guess what? Score-agami, 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 score-agami. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Last night was a score-agami. Never, ever, ever in the history of pro football had there been a game 32-19. Believe it or not, that sounds like it would have been hit already. In fact, if you look at the scoregami, the numbers that have yet to be struck on the scoregami, they're trying to see if they can find every score that hasn't been achieved. 32-19 might have been the next to fall, right? 19 is a pretty popular number in pro football. 32, not so much, but in today's game, maybe a little bit more with all these field goals and also the 2-point conversions or whatever. 32-19 had never happened before. That's a scoregami. Go to scoregami.com. You can check out all the scores that haven't been hit yet in professional football. We're running out of them. But last night was a scoregami in the game between the 49ers and the Jets. All right. Yeah, you guys are getting me back on the sports here today. Fernando, hello. And let's see here. Maybe, and I'll lose all the folks that maybe don't want to adhere to what I'm talking about necessarily, right? But as a man who did a lot of private bookmaking, to be honest with you, anytime I took advantage of, I was upset, right? I mean, especially when you're just doing business out of your back pocket and you don't want to cover, a couple of grand on somebody taking advantage. I just say, hey, look, I'll pay you off, but we're done. You're obviously not my friend, so I'm looking to make friends in this business and not take advantage of people. So, but you guys, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because of what those guys said. Go ahead, take advantage of those sports books. I endorse it. Go for it. I won't be doing it. All right, a few more here as we get rolling through. It looks like it's just, I'll say the same old crew, but Juice is here. Hello. And Joe Thompson. And yeah, Joe, I had the dates wrong on the thumbnails and I tried to set it right. So I'll fix it here after the show. But you are here today on Tuesday, September the 10th. So maybe, Joe, if you have access to that, we can change it right away. I can't do it here. I don't think I can do it here right now while we're broadcasting here. Yeah, maybe I can. I don't want to anybody to miss the show, but we do got 62 of you in here already. Let me see if I can't change a few of these real quick here and fix it. My bad on that. We made a few thumbnails in advance, and I just had the wrong date on all of them here. I didn't have a show set up for Tuesday. All right, here we go. Just bear with me here. I'm updating see if we can update the actual title. You can refresh me here right now, and maybe it'll read Tuesday in a second. I'm not quite done with it. And tomorrow, of course, being September 11th, we'll think about that, of course, tomorrow. And let me see if I can save these changes and change the title of it. No, I cannot. Okay, we're just going to have to change it later. That was a waste of time here. But let me see who else we got. Jerry Davis, hello. And Jerry talked right. The metrics screened field goal and under game. The NFL set a record this week for the most field goals over 50 yards in 1 week. And I think that's part of the game now as far as the coaches being able to confidently move to their kicker, right? Even if they're out there now, Antonio Pierce notwithstanding or anything like that. But, and the weather will get colder, but look for the first few weeks with these field goal kickers that are looking so good right now. Like I said, most 50-yarders or more than ever before in the history of the NFL this week. Joe Mr. Over said easy over, and so was the Dodgers last night. Easy over there. Yeah, and Jermaine said the kickers were crazy, and we got some good kickers out there, right? And maybe some not so great. So, okay, so let's take a look here at what I have to tell you. Because, I'm just some tout out here selling picks. So don't let me influence anybody out there. Please follow me over at winnable.com/Ramon and click the QR code in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. That'll take you to my winnable page. This is where I will have my best plays every day. This is the way I'm doing business now with my e-commerce. Yeah, I like to make picks. I like to give picks. I like to pretend that I know it all and can give a bunch of winning picks. And it's true. I'm definitely researching, giving you the best I got. Over there at Winnable, when you go to the Winnable site, use the promo code STEAM and save 20%. And these are really affordable in comparison to the way I was running it before. I believe volume is going to be the key for me and the way that I do business here with my high volume approach. So I want you to be on board. Look, it's free to subscribe over there. There's absolutely no charge. But what you'll see when you go to Winnable is my little page here. I'm going to get a new iPhone here in the next couple of days, I hope. A new iPhone 16. And of course, I have my premium pick packages for some reasonable rates. You can even get a reasonable monthly rate there. But also, you know what? Ramon's good, but I just want his free picks. Well, you can get more free picks on here by just subscribing for $0 here. You'll get my packages in some other sports and maybe some of the major sports too. Maybe the ones that aren't as solid. I want to keep everybody in the loop a little bit, offer some free picks there as well. And also my premium picks every day. Usually going to right now between maybe 2, 3, 5 updates. The busier it is, the more updates you'll get. And we're about to start. It was a quick transition, so I'm just getting rolling on how we're going to do it. But we're going to have more tennis action, more soccer picks in there. Today we got we got World Cup qualifiers currently underway right now, as a matter of fact, and a whole host of games. I'm sure my soccer crew in the chat will be chiming in. There's also CONCACAF Champions League tonight. African Cup of Unders is just underway as well. And UEFA Nations League. So not super premier soccer today, but some interesting games to bet on, and we'll start including some of those packages over there at Winnable with all my picks. They're a lot market based, so I can make volume picks on these other sports as well. We'll start folding those in as I get transition and settled over here with our new channel, Sports Money Network, with Mikey M certainly doing all the great work here with us. So, okay, maybe we did change the tag. If anybody can refresh and see if it actually says Tuesday, September 10th. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, check that out and you'll get free updates from me as well, especially when we get to the big time part of the year, right? We're rolling up on some hockey as well, and student basketball too. Who knows? So, all right, a few more, and we got to get to the picks. So thank you for letting me talk about that and defend myself a little bit because I felt like they weren't going to listen. They'd rather just go with let's take advantage of those books. So, all right, Jerry wants to get rid of Bueller. Bueller's comments after the game I thought were pretty poignant, right? We're just going to do what we can. Bueller said, hey, I'm not even worried about another surgery. I'm just going to go out there and try the best I can, pitch as hard as I can, and try to help the team right now at the most crucial time. Whether or not Bueller is able to make the cut, that remains to be seen, but it also remains to be seen who will be there for the Dodgers. I think it feels like here. I think Dave's ready for some KBO. We had some winners overnight here in KBO. We're getting the first steamer here while on the air. Been a few overnight moves, but this one coming in right now, and I'm going to endorse it. It is a play that I was about to give out here on the morning steam. It's in the game between the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're seeing this one get steamed to the under right now at 9, definitely going down to 8.5. So I'm going to at least recommend it here. We'll talk about it. Again, we're not going to go too deep at this point into some of these, trends a little bit here. And Tom Leach ready to roll in college football here now. And Dre, hello, and good morning to Dre here today. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for checking that. We got it worked out. I'll fix them up tomorrow, but I'll thank Mikey for doing a great job and getting me. One thing I always did not good at was preparing the show for the next day. You guys know that if you're a follower. Sometimes I wouldn't have it up there until just an hour or two before the show would even start. And I really appreciate it. I want it up there. We want the show up there, a day or two before or in advance of all these as well. So last night, no doubt, 49ers scored on 8 of their 9 drives, led 16-7 at halftime. Moody with 6 field goals. The 49ers ran all over him with Mason, 147 yards and a touchdown with that great offensive line. When Williams is in, it seems like that's the key for the Niners, and defensively too, with my man Fred Warner from Mission Hills High School. Purdy now 22-5 as a starter. The Jets couldn't get anything done at the beginning of the game and really put their defense in a bind. They went 3 and out on 5 of their first 6 drives. The Niners had 70 plays in the game, and the Jets only had 48. Lazard looked good. He heated up, right? 89 yards and 2 touchdowns after maybe not quite there early. So good job for the veteran. I think that's a positive for the Jets for sure. Rodgers and Lazard being able to click. But Jets now just 10-19 as road underdogs over the last 4 years. So I would have to think that's a one-off. I do think the Jets will be okay here. Yeah, maybe even a battle for the playoff to a certain extent. But it's not a disaster. It doesn't feel like here for the New York Jets. Puka Nacua is on the injured list here for at least 4 weeks, and we'll see. McCaffrey questionable at this point for next week's game. And like I did say it yesterday on the show, the calf tendonitis is really something that is can really be. I don't know. I've torn some things, and I don't know if it's ever been a calf, maybe a hamstring, a groin. That burning sensation. Oh, was that my groin? Where you can't do that stretch and that run. And anybody who's ever run with a groin injury know they can't take that extra oomph here. But it was a calf injury for McCaffrey, and could keep him sidelined. But it looks like a capable replacement. Like I said, I was joked in the show that I was on last night. Maybe McCaffrey is just a system back, and anybody could play running back for the 49ers the way they looked last night. All right. And let's see. We got a few more. We got to start the show. You guys are here, and I'm just looking for attention. All right. And thank you. Patrick from Baltimore here. Tom said the Jets defense wasn't doing well. Trey was on them. Here, there were some drops. There were some things, right? Dave says, how long is Jordan Love going to be out for? And I think that remains to be seen here at this point. But I would think right now we got to wonder if, does seem like he might miss some time here. And the other thing is, you look at those top paid quarterbacks. Jordan Love's got some things he still has to prove at this point. Remember, Love's yes, he came on, we finally got his chance. He played well for a pretty good team and a pretty good coach and had some success, right? And a lot of his pay, while rewarded, was kind of based on tenure too, because he's tenured in the league a little bit, having sat behind, for a couple of years. So he, got more money because of kind of that very reason. So, all right, let's go now and move on to our show here a little bit. We're going to preview Major League Baseball and a couple games in the WNBA here today. How about it? And all right, that's my thing. Hey, Jermaine, that's my shtick. And I said it last night. It didn't draw too much attention, but they're probably in this country about maybe 250,000 men with the athleticism and the size to play professional quarterback at the age as well. Figure maybe between the ages of 24 and 29 that could play quarterback in this country, whatever. And there's probably only about 7 or 8 guys that can really do the job adequately out of all those people that could have, and all those kids and all those players that have played quarterback in their lives. And it just so hard, right? And there's 2 types, right? Aaron Rodgers can still do it. He was zinging it, man. There's no doubt. Protect him. He can get it done. At least something here with the Jets. I don't know if this is a Super Bowl situation at all with this team, but he can be fine. He can have some exciting games too here. But let's go. Come on, you guys. Marlins and Pirates with Aller going up against Majinski here in this one. You got Majinski, kind of a runaway favorite here in this one. Say it with me, Majinski. You could say it however you want it, but you just listen, just watch the game or the shows, or maybe even I might slightly wrong, but something along those lines for the Pirates. We've seen them starting here before. So yesterday, of course, we did have the winner here on the morning steam somehow with the Marlins, plus a run and a half. They got a run in the top of the 9th inning in a 3-2 game. So we did give out the winner here anyway with this one. And for Miami here, 4 last 5 meetings between these 2 teams have gone over. Ironically, this is the first game. We just told you about the steam coming in on the under, and that's the way I want to go despite these over trends right now. Pittsburgh's won 5 straight meetings now over the Pirates. Skeens, another great performance yesterday, just like we'd expect of Skeens here. Great numbers, right? 10-2. One thing that's kind of overlooked also, right, in that Rookie of the Year race. I know I keep bringing it up because I'm rooting for Jackson Merrill to get it, of course, but I think Paul Skeens is wonderful and terrific. And if the Pirates were really serious about Skeens as a prospect, a pro pitcher. Why wasn't he in the major leagues at the beginning of the season? Why did it take 3 weeks for them to call him up? Because they were trying to balance they were trying to work his, I believe he's gone over his service time now, right? So why didn't they just do it from the beginning of the season here? Were they going to keep him in the minors longer than that, where he would just dominate, or were they trying to manipulate his service time or whatever? So that is overlooked, but not only, Skeens missed the first 3 weeks of the season because he was pitching in the minor leagues. Not that he was a minor league pitcher. It's just that was their plan for Skeens. So even though we knew he was going to be awesome. All right, give me the under here in this one with Miami and Pittsburgh today. And let's get your comments. How does the show work again? What do we do on this show? You guys are the stars of the show. I just try to come on and give a few picks. And I think we got it here. Here we go. Leaning Marlins says Fernando. Yeah, no doubt. Majinski's not been pitching too much here. Fernando took under 9.5 this morning. Luis is on the under here. Jerry likes the Marlins first 5. And Dave is on the Marlins first 5. And Dre is on Miami here. First 5 under for Tom, possibly here on a lean. Hey, don't worry. Yeah, I appreciate when you guys put the lean in there. But hey, you can just say it if you want. We're not going to hold you to it if you just make a pick. It's kind of when we start to get a lot of picks, I actually kind of leave out the leans from putting them on screen. So, but only when you guys are cooking. If you guys got a lean and we're not getting any picks in the chat, your pick's going on screen. just remember that. And Jerry says, they were doing that, Ramon. You don't have to dilly-dally around it. You know what's going on. I like to think I know what's going on. And again, I'm not I'm always characterized as some know-it-all. I just read a lot. I pretend to be a journalist from my back. I was an award-winning journalist, believe it or not. Here's Darren with the under. And Thomas, Pirates, team total over. And that's it for that game. Why are we even talking about it? All right, next up. Here's a better game with the Rays and the Phillies. Man, did you see that last night? I was on the air with my buddies and tried to describe that home run in the top of the 9th inning by the Rays, with Rojas knocking the ball over the fence. It hit right in his glove. He caught it, and when his wrist hit the fence, the ball fell out of his glove for a home run. But we struck out here with the team steam consensus with the Phillies, and I gave out the over, but I was behind. I was agreeing with you guys. I played the Phillies yesterday, thought they could do it against the Rays, and I'm going to come back on them again today with Suarez here on the mound. Tampa Bay, playing pretty well of late, but Philly still won 4 of their last 5 at home. That was the first loss they had let's see. They've won 4 out of the last 5 against Tampa. Let me call it that way. They've won 4 out of their last 5 at home. They've won 4 out of their last 5 against Tampa here. Handicappers, this is one of the more popular plays for handicappers today. The Phillies. Let me take a look at the price here. I might have to go run line on this. Or maybe -1 here. I'm just going to give out the Phillies. It's $1.65, $1.70 or so. Let me take a look here and actually go to a book with the run line here. I definitely want the Phillies. I don't want to stick you guys with $1.70 here, but maybe $1. Run line is -1.5 plus $1.30. That's pretty nice, actually. And maybe at plus -1 is -$1.20. Give me the Phillies in a few different ways here. I'm going to take the Phillies to win this game. I'll take a little bit to win by 2 here today, going up against Bradley, who has had some struggles here after that good stretch that he had. The widely reported steam did come in on the under this game. I'm not convinced. It might just be getting a little bit too low here, even for me, and I might have to come back the other way here. I guess let me take a look at the market action here, see if I have to update it. Yeah, I'm going to wait on that. We might have a service play, actually. Let me get your plays here, Rays and the Phillies. Important game here. Here's the Phillies in this one. Here's Tom Leach says, give me the Phillies on the run line. Luis says, Phillies on the run line here. And Jermaine says, got a lefty here going on. Cam, don't worry about it, Cam. You were in the majority by far. In fact, one of the most interesting things here about the game, right, was after McCaffrey was ruled out, the line hardly moved. That should have been an indicator right there that books were not afraid. They could have leveraged their whole situation, right? If the world was on the Jets, and certainly the books came out today, you could check some of those reporters that call up bookmakers and say, how you doing? What's your liability? They were all rooting for the 49ers for the most part, as far as I can read on X. I didn't call any of them. They just commented what I said. But they could have gotten off that game a little bit. Yeah, they would have opened themselves for a pretty big middle, right? If you moved it to a pick 'em or something like that, but they didn't. They held the line after McCaffrey was ruled out. The line barely moved a half, and it even moved back to 4 and a few books before game time. So I think that was interesting there that the books were willing to take a chance and gamble. It felt like to me. The thing is, when we have the game on a 3 like that, the books are just, they almost have to just try to adjust the juice a little bit and not set themselves up. Okay, we got some steam coming in right now in another game here that I'll report to you, and then we'll get to it. But the Red Sox and the Orioles, they got steamed here over the last couple of minutes. We're seeing now Bet Online down to 9 over. The screen's not necessarily lighting up here, but the steam is on the under here with the Orioles and the Red Sox here in this one. Okay, let's get to the plays here again with the Thomas going over here. Dave wants the over here as well. I think I'm with you guys, actually. My algorithm here is blowing up under, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it in this one. And I might even come back here with it on the over and look at this. What do we got? Thomas Lewis says that the Phillies on the run line are the consensus play here. Okay. Well, I feel like now I almost want to bring in the total, but okay, I'm on it. You guys are on it. We're all on it together here. Jerry's on that run line. And what else? Juice says, is it this game they don't have yet? Jerry might go a parlay here. John Schall there today. He's in Philly, giving us that weather report. Jermaine ready to go under here again. Thomas says, you know what? The 49ers at home. R. Thompson's saying it too. Jerry says, you got Suarez, you got Crawford. Like I said, widely reported steam. I'm sorry. I was looking back at that Red Sox game. You got Bradley, you got Suarez. Handicappers heavy on the Phillies here. Patrick on the Phillies. And Ray, first 5 money line. And, we got Jermaine in here giving the umpires report. Thank you, Jermaine. Okay, that's good to do for that one. Let's go next. And Rockies and Tigers. Hey, it's a weekday. We'll talk about the Rockies and Tigers here for a few more days. In this one, you got Blaylock going up against Peter Montero for the Tigers in this one. Well, look, yesterday, let's see here. Oh, these two were on. First game of the series. Forgot yesterday was Monday. First game of the series here between these two. I'll tell you this. The Rockies have gone under in 5 straight on the road. The Tigers have gone under in 10 of their last 11 games at home. Detroit, they've been covering some run lines here of late. $1.75 doesn't feel comfortable necessarily at all, even against these Rockies. Yeah, Tigers here still flirting a little bit. 2 games over 500. Rockies have been absolutely dreadful, but man, $1.75. I need some help from the chat. See what you guys have here in this one, if anything. Luis is on the Tigers. And Tom says, yeah, give me that under. You got Rockies going under all these right now. Tigers going under and all these juices on the Tigers. Dave says, don't take the Rockies, just go under. And Darren also going under. But if I don't give out a side, I'd have to give out maybe one of my better totals here in this one. I'm going to try the Rockies on the run line today. Give them to me plus a 1.5. in this matchup today. And see what else we got here on the card with the Braves taking on the Nationals with Reynaldo Lopez on the hill going up against Mackenzie Gore. The Braves $1.50 here. In fact, they're down to $1.38, $1.32. Man, the Braves are the value side here actually in this one. That's because of widely reported steam did come in on the Nationals. The Braves were as high as $1.60 here on a lot of the openers now, but look at this price here. I pretty much have to at least go down to $1.40. It's even lower than that. So my definition of value without any injuries coming in, I didn't see a report. I know there is one key injury here that we need to check on, but let's see here. Whit Merrifield. You got Travis d'Arnaud. He's on the paternity list, so he's out for 3 games. He's out for a few games here. It looks like maybe still another 1 or 2 here. So I don't see anything too substantial there, and down to $1.28 here now at Bet Online. So a great price on a team on the Atlanta Braves here against the Nationals. Granted, the Nationals at home, but Gore, I'm not too impressed. Atlanta's been crushing here on the road of late. They've been covering run lines left and right as well. Atlanta's gone under in 8 of their last 9. They're in a total under mode here at this point. Handicappers, they're on the under for sure, almost unanimous here in this one. And they're liking the Braves at this discount price. I'm on the under here on the show today with Lopez and Gore. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two have gone under. Let's get your comments here. Want to thank Subhuman for our soccer coverage today. I'm not quite ready to go and with our but this is our soccer coverage here. Subhuman gives us Oman and South Korea here. BTTS no at minus 130 and first half under 1 goal. And let's see here. I hit my play yesterday in the African Cup of unders. Dave's going under in the baseball game. Tom Leach says Nats first 5 and full game. I would say that the Nats are the sharps. The sharps are on the Nationals here a little bit. I can't do it. I don't think I can do it. Chad here. Nice to have Chad. Good morning to Chad. Here's Dre. He might be on the Braves here. And let's see what else here. Jermaine. Luis is on the under here. Dre is on the Braves. And Darren on the under. All right. Thanks, you guys, for the great picks. Darren maybe on the Nats here. I just doubt. I mean, I'm not getting enough. It feels like if I were to take the Nats. I mean, I think, for me, it's opening up clearly as what I need to be doing in this game. Don't get a chance to take a much more dominant team at a terribly reduced price like you are here with Atlanta. And maybe I'm missing something, like I said, with the lineups here, it feels like at this point. But all right. Rockies for wrong game there, but Peasy, Braves and under. And Patrick's on the Braves, and Fernando says AFCON is always an easy under. Ramon, you know that. Just you can almost blindly bet them, kind of almost. Here we go. Big one here with the Mets, man. They've got the fan base energized. Hey, they got me energized here at this point. I tried to go against them yesterday, but the Mets looking pretty great. And you have a man who can't lose right now with Peterson on the mound. He's crushing here at this point. They're winning every game out there right now with Peterson on the mound. Hey, I did have the under as a premium pick yesterday over at Winnable. So we did have a nice play there going under in yesterday's game. And I'm going to come in on the Mets here with their 5-game winning streak at this point. Peterson, oh boy, I don't get too much into my trends. Like I said, once we hit September, I think he's 10-2. The Mets are 10-2 in his last 12 starts. Mets have gone under in 5 straight on the road. Toronto's gone under in 4 of their last 5, and this series has gone under in 4 of the last 5. That's I hope we got that straight. Mets under in 5 straight on the road. Blue Jays under in 4 of their last 5. And this series having gone under in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two. I don't know if I'm believing too much actually in what I just said about the under. I'm probably going to stick with my algorithm here. Handicappers are leaning over. And in fact, I believe the line that I have, it's still 8. It's still 8. I want to look at some market action here. Bear with me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will try to grab some of this under here with the Mets and the Blue Jays. Maybe I'm just kind of making a pick here. I think in this one because I feel like we're going to be going over here with the side here for the most part. So let me get your comments here, please. In this one, I am on the under here. Let me make it clear with Peterson and Bassett. All right, here we go with. Oh, Thomas said Atlanta turned out to be a consensus play. Okay, I can see it, and maybe I'll just lay out. Let the consensus roll. To me, having you guys on there is just as good as a bet for me. I'm so excited when the consensus wins. You really have no idea. I root for those games. I try to bet those games, and make sure I'm going with Team Steam. Here's Jerry on the Mets. Here's Mets. Dave is going over in the Mets game. Yeah, I mean, feels like handicappers are going to want to go on the over in this game. But, man, I'm going to end up on the under again. I'm always on the under. Here's Luis on the under. And Thomas said the Mets are looking good. They're looking strong. Who's going to get it, man? Atlanta or the Mets? I mean, that's really, at this point, what it seems like it's coming down to here with Atlanta and the Mets. Yeah, Arizona and the Padres are up on them a game and a half, but three teams are going to be in, and one of them is going to be out. I don't think we can quite. The Cubs would need to get really turned on here a little bit, and the Cards and those guys. So we got 4 teams for 3 spots in the National League. Not everything's settled with but mostly look at that wild card: Padres, Arizona, Mets, and Braves right now. So going to have some fun making those games important. And Tom says, look, why are the Mets only $1.35 or so right in this one? Let me look at it. Yeah, in fact, they're not even $1.35. Another one where you're getting a discount. Here, the Mets are down to $1.30 or lower. I'm showing $1.21 at Bet Online, $1.28 right now at Bovada. The line is on the move a little bit. It's not steamy necessarily here, but you're getting a big discount on the Mets today. And that's what you want. You know what? If you're going to take favorites, you don't want a steamy favorite necessarily. Look, I'm as guilty as anybody, but sometimes the Sharps are doing you a favor a little bit, right? Who really is coming in on the Blue Jays today? I don't think the average player, the average bettor is. I feel like the Mets are the square side a little bit. I'm probably going to be on them here with that cheapen the price. A Dre's on the over here. And fade the consensus here, says Tom. Okay, how would he have done yesterday? We know we lost that one. Let's see. Well, we didn't go heavy on the consensus. That's what it was. I can't report any results. And Jermaine says visitors and under here. It looks like Mets been an under, says Juice. And what else? That's it. Jermaine says this umpire's a home team umpire. Jerry says Jay's just not hitting left-handers. And not only that, Peterson on fire. All right. Yeah, Tom, no, you got to respect the Sharps a little bit, when they're coming in on the dog. But that's kind of what I, try to determine whether or not that is a live dog here necessarily. Handicappers are overwhelmingly on the Mets, the Sharps, those guys that we don't hear from, right? That are placing the big bets on home underdogs because that's what they do. So But handicappers I've seen are all over the Mets, and these are the maybe the guys that are like me a little bit. Okay, thanks you guys. Appreciate that game. Here we go with that game I talked about between the Orioles and the Red Sox. Suarez up against Crawford here. Crawford is up to $1.25, maybe even $1.30. The move is on Crawford this morning. The total here is down to 9 over 20. Of course, we did report that steam that came in just a little while ago. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about reporting on the steam. We got what is it? Oceania, help me out, Subhuman. Help me out, Fernando. Australia, Indonesia. It's a final 0-0 World Cup qualifier today. Just final, just in. That's what we do here now on the show. Let me bring the Red Sox game back up here. There we go. Saudi Arabia over China 2-1, a goal in the second half. Saudi Arabia beats China, final in World Cup qualifying. All right, Suarez and Cutter Crawford here in this one for Baltimore. They've gone 5-2 on the run line the last 7 games here in Boston. Boston's also gone 5-2 on the run line at home in their last 7. 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and that's here in Boston. Let me clarify that. 9 of the last 10 meetings here in Boston between these two teams have gone over. We were on the over yesterday in this one on the show and felt really good about that one. It was a pretty popular play among handicappers here. I thought the Orioles would be a little better yesterday in this one. So go ahead and put your plays in, and I'll roll them here and see what we got between Baltimore and Boston. Let's take a look. Oh, maybe not too much yet. With Luis on the Orioles. Tom is on the Red Sox. Here's Dave on the O's. Thomas says, give me the first 5 over. Darren's on the Red Sox here. All right. I want to try the Orioles again today. I'm going to play the Orioles here. They need wins. Boston's doing a nice job here in this one. I don't know if I can support that move to the under. If anything, maybe it's creating a little bit of value. You might hear from me later on with this one right now. So go ahead and give me the Orioles at, even money or so, I guess. Like I said, maybe I want to wait because the action's on the Red Sox here for sure. That's where the move is headed. Okay, let's see. Choose. I don't know if he says, give me the Red Sox again. O's, he just can't. Yeah, the O's are definitely having plenty of issues. They don't look like a playoff caliber team for a team that's battling for the division title here. It feels like the Yankees doing the job. They did it again yesterday. We'll talk about them here in just a moment, but that got that win over the Royals late. All right. I think that's enough you guys on that one. Here we go with the Angels taking on the Twins with Griffin Canning on the mound, going up against Pablo Lopez in this one. And hey, we had the Angels here on the show yesterday. We said take Detmers over Festa. You guys already commented there. Who was that commenting on Festa there a few minutes back? Yeah, we faded the Twins there a little bit yesterday. Despite handicappers are pretty popular on the Twins run line in that one, but I took the Angels on the run line, certainly, in that game. But dealing with another huge favorite here, a little bit different maybe with Griffin Canning compared to Reed Detmers. Let's take a look at maybe a few trends here that maybe are pertinent to this matchup. But Twins here, obviously in a bit of a heated battle and getting an opportunity to play a weaker team, but you got to take advantage of these type of opportunities. Really, is what it feels like. Minnesota has won 4 out of the last 5 meetings against the Angels, covering the run line in all of those games. The Angels, though, have won 6 of their last 9 games here in Minnesota, and they've been terrific here on the run line, often hanging in there. They're usually an underdog, and they usually are able to stay within a run. They're 14-5 on the run line their last 19 games in Minnesota. But I think I'm going to grab the over here in this one. Total here right now, pretty much 8 flat. Like it says there. Oh, that'd be a move. The move is to the under here, so I'm getting a little bit of value here. I'm showing 8 under 15 at circa. And go ahead and give me here the over with the Angels and the Twins today. My play's on an over, believe it or not. Get your plays in the chat if you want to be on the record here in this one. And we're looking at, got a little bit of steam coming in right now in college football. Rice +4. Be good if I knew off the top of my head who these teams are playing. I guess I could probably take a quick glance and see if I can locate it. I will just tell you there is a move coming in on Rice +4.5 this Saturday. And maybe you know what it is before it. I don't want to keep the show. We're talking baseball here, but these moves are important as the week goes along. They are playing Houston. The line opened as high as 6, but now we're seeing Bet Online down to 3.5. So these are usually big coordinated moves, sometimes from big bettors. You're not based necessarily always on injury with some of these. That's right now Rice taking plenty of action here against Houston up to the minute on the morning steam. All right. Let's see what we got here now with the Twins game. Juice will take the Twins today, though. Luis on the under here. Jerry. Twins and under. Thomas will take the Twins. Team total over. Here's Darren. Angels and under. Also, we've got Tom Leach. Angels. Team total over. I'm with Tom. Well, at least I don't know. I'm on the Angels for sure. Usually team total over would be, here's Thomas, Twins, full game over in this one. He'll go over. And let's see here. Yeah, Jerry, I pushed on it for the most part. I don't think anybody got really bad numbers with me. I did have as a premium and kept us from winning day, it felt like. Jerry says that the Twins bats are struggling here. But we saw the runs yesterday from the Angels, too. Oh, man, I like that. I like that. And he puts the 100. That means the play is official. I'll remember. I think I will be able to remember that. All right, that's it. I think for this one, let's keep it moving here right now with the Guardians. Thomas's Guardians here going up against the White Sox. And, man, how about Cantillo? He was taking it. Well, he wasn't taking attention away from the Monday Night Football game, but he was pitching a perfect game through 6 innings against a Major League Baseball team, Chicago White Sox. He did give up a run in the 7th, and the White Sox actually picked up a couple runs, made it a 5-3 ball game. But we did have the winner there, I believe. Yeah, on the under in that one with Cantillo. I was like saying that, and Nastrini yesterday. So you got Ben Lively here on the road, -230 going up against Jonathan Cannon in this one. And you guys can chime in here a little bit. It's been under city pretty much with these teams. A widely reported steam did come in on the over, but it's still for the most part. Now there's 8.5 over 20s. I will say circa hanging on right there at 8 over 20. So that's what you can grade me at because I'm going to end up on the under in this game. The total's gone under in 4 out of the last 5 Cleveland games. The White Sox have gone under in 5 straight at home. 7 of the last 8 meetings at Progressive have gone under. So I'm going to take the under here with the Guardians and the White Sox here today as my play here on the morning steam. You can grade me at 8 over 20, but I'd say the widely reported number right now is 8.5 under -120. So you can get those 8.5s out there. See what you got in this one, Guardians and White Sox. Here's Tom Leach. White Sox team total under. And Thomas says, got to roll with this run line. Keep rolling against the White Sox right now. There's no solution. It feels like at this point, Luis on Cleveland run line. Jerry says, give me the Guardians and the under here. Dave says, no socks. No socks. Kind of like me right now under this table. No socks. All right. Here's Dre with Cleveland in this one. And look at this. JW says, you know what? Somebody's got to take the White Sox. Let it be me. Next up, Reds taking on the Cardinals. Louder pitching here with the Reds has been interesting here. And Palante, I still think Palante has some bright hope moving forward, but he's $1.30 or so here today against the Reds. $1.35 maybe now at DraftKings. Just moments ago here right now. So Cardinals here, like I said, they'd have to win about 10 or 12 in a row here to really shake things up to get going. It's Cincinnati that's had the Cardinals number here of late, having won 4 out of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. The total's gone under in 4 out of the last 5 Cardinal games here, and 8 of the last 11 games between these two have gone under. Cardinals, though, Reds, though, have been playing well, definitely, against the Cardinals here of late. See if you guys got anything here in the chat. The Reds, of course, are coming in after having played the Braves last night. We had the under in that game as a premium pick with Martinez and Morton. Just a terrific job by Nick Martinez. That's the Nick Martinez that, does show up sometimes. You just wonder why it isn't always that way, but he was terrific out dueling Charlie Morton there last night in that one. Let me get comments from you here, Reds and Cards. Luis will start us off, it looks like, with the Cards. Darren going under here. Sancho, thank you for your UFC pick here. Don't forget, we got DWCS tonight. So we can check that out. I filmed a show. I know I could say it here on this channel. We've got some great content from our UFC guys with Subhuman, with MMA Jeff, and the crew. But I did film my DWCS preview with VB over on our channel. I say our channel. Me and VB just got a channel where we do MMA. And I'm scheduled actually to film with VB here in about 2.5 hours with our regular UFC preview. So I'll note that, Sancho, with Merab Dvalishvili, or with the fight card this weekend here. What is UFC 306? What is it? Noche, it's Latino night, and what they're going to do, it's going to be awesome. Actually, this one is in the Sphere. So if anybody wants, now the tickets are expensive, but if anybody wants to roll into town and take Ramon to the Sphere, there's a lot of critics out there that think the UFC isn't going to be able to pull off a card in the Sphere. It's going to be really interesting to see, because they're actually going to have like scenes playing in the background or something like that. That you'll be, maybe it could be a distraction. I don't know. But whereas the UFC reportedly spends $2 million to put together a regular card, in a big arena. Not to say they don't spend that much doing the Apex cards, probably not, but to go to a big arena, they spend about $2 million to put those shows on. This is costing them $20 million to put this one on. So you got a huge main event with Dvalishvili going up against Sean O'Malley in another championship bout between Mexican star Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko, the legend, the Hall of Famer, let's just call it for what it is, this weekend, UFC 306. and I'll be with VB. So I think no other shows are kind of on there at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific or so. I think I'm hooked up with VB to go through our plays, his plays with his guest. And I believe this week we have Marcel joining us. Marcel Dorf, the great MMA reporter from Holland, from the Netherlands. So please check me out on that show. And don't forget to check out our MMA coverage here with First Strike right here on the Morning Steam as well. Let me make it perfectly clear, our great show here on this channel, and getting great viewership too. And those guys doing a great job. But I've been teamed up with VB now for 4 years doing those shows. So we're going to keep going for sure. All right, back to the baseball here now with JW. He wants cards here in this one. Fernando's talking World Cup qualifiers. And I'll start to include more of my sports there. Jerry on Cincinnati money line. Here's Ray, Cardinals money line. And Dave says he'll take the Cardinals here in this one. And right, Jerry, Louders look good. Hey, Jerry spoiled the pick. I'm taking the Reds here. I kind of want to go premium here. Look at that. Oh, wow. I'm going against. Oh, my God. I can't believe I just did that. I just went. Wait, Cincinnati Cardinals. Which is it? Which is it, Thomas? You got to help me out here. I think it's the Cardinals, right? Yeah, I think it's Cardinals, but I'm on the Reds. So, oh no. Look, I can't change my pick when it comes out of my mouth. That's just a rule here. So I'm against Team Steam consensus today. How embarrassing. I like Louder, man. I like Louder. I'm going to take him here as a free play on the show. And JW saying, look, they've already seen Palante twice here. Fernando on the over, Real Deal Prime. Hello, Dave said, let's bet on the debate in this one. And hey, look, I'm not one to shy away from reporting the odds as is, right? And right now, if you look at the current odds for to be the president, I'm going with some of the more popular sports books in general. You got Donald Trump, slightest of favorites right now over Harris. I think you got, for the most part, Trump minus $1.20, Harris at even. There's 3 swing states, obviously, that are going to pull in this one that the Democrats are going to find going to need to grab, it feels like, in order to swing the tide. 538 has it at a much bigger margin for the Republicans right now. So, okay, a few more here. And I'm glad you like that Sports Money Gang. You know, when I saw that name from Mike, I immediately said, wow, I love that. I love Sports Money. And maybe I've kind of told him, let's put the word network on there, because you know what? Mike started this channel, Sports Money, but I think the group of guys are kind of networking, it feels like. All right. What else we got here? Nerfy in the game for Darren and Nerfy in this one. And Thomas, thank you, Thomas. So Cardinals, yeah, Cardinals are the consensus. I figured it out. But the Cincinnati Cardinals, like that. Remember, the Chicago Cardinals was a football team, right? Wasn't the Chicago Cardinals after they were the Chicago Staley? Or I don't know. Where's my old friends back from the old with Doubles and those guys? Do want to say, you know, that all the group over there, if I could just one more time, I know we're trying to, you know, get over my sorrow of leaving, but I do have a great affinity for all those guys over there. Especially, I want to send a special shout out. I think he's on the air right now, but to Rod Zawacki for kind of taking the banner there and, you know, doing some of the roles that I was doing on some of those. So I want to say thank you to Rod very, very much. Really value his contribution and what we were working on. And I was so excited really to work with Rod, got to be honest with you. But we're here now at Sports Money. So, okay, let's see here. Cam does not want Marab. Coach Chris Brady's here. Thank you, Chris, for all your plays here on some of the stuff. Remember, that's Mike McDonald of the Seahawks, and not my man, Coach Logic with the Dolphins. And he's got his other plays there. Good morning. And Cam with a few more plays in there as well. Thank you for those. And please join me again. I want to just say that if you do want to see this show, you could type in BB MMA picks and Ramon Scott. I think you'll find the show. It's already thumbnailed up there and everything. So John Schall says, what were the other Steam plays, Ramon? Let me just rattle them off, John. You might have to rewind the video a little bit. But for asking, I will do that for you. These are the ones that came across from the major line service, the Washington Nationals. I'll trying to get to the ones that I didn't already do here on the show, right? Guardians, White Sox over, Rays, Phillies under, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Seattle Mariners. Also, WNBA overnight steam was the Minnesota Lynx and the Liberty and Wings over. All right, let's see what else we got here. And one is the loneliest number that you'll ever. Okay. All right, I think that's gonna do it in that one. Yeah, I was doing my best Thomas Lewis there and wrote him down. All right. Thanks, you guys, for that. And you guys are off. Just as long as you keep the political chat fun and good natured, I'm okay with it. Okay. Here we go with you. And everybody, Dave knows I'm a little bit leaning to the left. I think you all know that by now if you know me. All right. And just judging from I don't know, from my comments kind of today, maybe, I don't know. Okay, Athletics and Astros with Vito and Arrighetti in this one. You got Arrighetti $1.85 here today. Total 8.5 over minus $1.20, maybe even $1.15 here in this one. So for the Astros here, they definitely distance themselves and feeling pretty comfortable in this spot. Still pretty big price here. Both teams, I believe, were off yesterday. So what do you guys have in the chat? And I'll cover a few maybe pertinent trends here on this one, but I think I know where I'm going. Oakland continues to hang in there and play pretty well. They probably could maybe even get a run line here. I don't know. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams, between these division foes here in Houston, have gone under. Houston has won 5 straight over the A's at home right now, and Houston's won 6 of their last 7 games here at home. But I don't know. I might try to find my way to this A's run line. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with, did I not pick that Yankees Royals? Oh, we didn't. What did I do? Did I skip that game? Did I not put it up there? With the I didn't do the Yankees Royals game. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take care of that actually. I'll do that in just a moment. Let me cover this game. Thank you for pointing that out, Luis. And we've got Luis on the Astros here. Here's Dre on Houston run line. And Jerry wants to play Beto, and so do I. I'm going to take the A's on the run line today. Let's see how awful the price is. I figure it's probably just a little bit of juice here. Minus $1.35, but the A's are playing so well. I'll take them on the run line. Dave's on the Stros today. Thomas says take the Athletics team total over. Darren's going first 5 under. So we're all over the place, it feels like, in this one. Give me the A's on the run line as my pick here on the morning steam. Next up, Rangers and Diamondbacks. Just talked about. I better type in. Let me do one more, and I'll get back to that Yankees game. Let me see if I just skipped it, or I guess I never typed it in. All right, Rangers and Diamondbacks here. Don't let me forget, with Eovaldi going up against Zach Gallen. That's another thing I didn't type in here, with Gallen on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Right now, Gallen here, $1. $1.40 or so. Those were the days. $1.40 for a gallon. Those were the days, huh? Total here, eight under for sure. It looks like the juice to the under here right now. So pretty solid move. Like I said, the steam came in on the Diamondbacks here. Handicappers like the Diamondbacks in this one, maybe at this reasonable price. And with Gallon on the mound, and quite frankly, I'm going to take it too. That widely reported steam came in on the Diamondbacks, but I still think that's a reasonable price at $1.40. Oh, $1.50 at some of the square books, $1.55 at DraftKings, $1.55 at Bovada. So maybe it's a little bit square here. I'm taking the Diamondbacks, so I'm gonna take a favorite here, minus $1.55 or so. And let's see what you got here in this one. Texas has won 5 straight games over Arizona currently. Arizona's gone over in 7 of their last 8 games at home. 9 of their last 10 overall have gone over here in this one. And let's see here. We've got Thomas, Arizona money line. Luis says take the Diamondbacks and the over, I think that's Diamondbacks and over. Dave says Padres, Ramon. Well, he'll take the game under because we need Arizona to lose. Well, we know we don't just, other than that Chargers game when I was pulling for him and betting on him, we don't let that interfere. You know that, Dave. All right. Thomas says he's got a parlay here with the Guardians, Diamondbacks and Guardians. He went to say money line and it translated it into MoneyGram, which also is a great possibility. Here's Patrick and over. And JW says go under. And Ron Crawford. Ron, thank you very much for swinging by here and giving us your spreadsheet play of the day. Thank you for all of your support over the time we've been together as well. It doesn't change between you and I hope. And I really appreciate all Ron's work there. And in general, we know Ron's been doing it longer than just the time we spent hanging out together. So, all right, Patrick's on the Diamondbacks here. And Jerry says, give me the Diamondbacks, but the over is the best play here. Joe says, this is it. It's the F you're under. Hey, he's got the wrench. We could put this on the screen. And hey, at least Joe was able to come up with a creative name for, I've never had a name for any of my plays. And you'd think I would be the big nerd to, have one of those fancy names there with the play of the day. I don't have my own. I don't have a Ramon's. I don't know what it could be. Thomas says Arizona is going to be a consensus play today. How about that? And where is Ron? Not everybody made it over here. That's the thing. That's what I'm so impressed. Thank you. We got 130 of you in here right now watching me. I'm nervous, but some of the guys, maybe some of the folks maybe didn't make it over here. And again, please, folks, please, I saw some comments in the chat on the other channel. Please be respectful. If you do want to say where I'm, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong if you're a professional. Be like Ramon. And just be cool and don't say like, hey, you guys are terrible, bring back from things like that. I do appreciate all of your affection, whatever it is, but I do like those people very, very much still. They might not have the same opinion as me, but one of the things that got me in trouble is that I guess I just like people too much. I don't like when they don't like me. I guess I'm so soft. All right. Darren says, but Gallon, I think, didn't we Gallon at home, much different situation right now than Gallon on the road. Is that right, guys? So, all right, give me the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one today at the big price. Got a couple more here in this one. Oh, okay. I think I got to do the Yankee game. It's the Royals with Lugo. The funny thing is, I'm on the Royals in this game, you guys. I'm going to try the Royals again, despite losing yesterday, and maybe the matchup. Look, I'm Marcus. I am more of a Marcus Stroman fan than you probably are. You, yes, you. And people just don't like Stroman, but I still think he gives you a great chance every time out there. But I'm gonna try the Royals. It was 4-4. They were hanging in there yesterday. I flopped in this game, so probably just leave it as a free play here. But I'll take the Royals on the money line against the Yankees in this one. Royals have been competitive, not against the Yankees. The Yankees have won 9 of the last 10 meetings at in the Bronx between these two teams. I know a lot of people don't even think Lugo is not great, and he's not. But I've been a little bit supportive of Lugo and made some winning bets with him. 6 of the last 7 meetings here in New York between these two teams have gone over. The Yankees have gone over in 5 straight games. I'm back on the Royals today here. It is maybe surprisingly, handicappers are that I follow are kind of leaning toward the Royals here too. Maybe it's more of a fade of Stroman, even though I just think at the price, I think they can be competitive here. Let's see what you guys got. I figure you'd probably be on the Yanks. For the most part, seems like a reasonable price. Dave's going under. I don't think I'm getting the best price. That's why it's a free play, I think. But Thomas will go with the Royals here today as well. And Chris Brady coming with us with the play in that Colorado game. We were all over Nebraska there. We had a good week. Someone backed me up. If he's here in the chat, I don't remember who it was, but I know we crushed it in college football last week, especially over there at the with the winnable plays. We had a lot of plays, and I could almost say, look, I know everyone says you got to keep score. You got my picks are up there. If you don't want to follow me, fine. Not keeping a scoreboard anymore like that. I make a lot of plays, high volume, but we definitely had a pretty big day in college football. That was apparent. I would probably say over 67%, but I don't want to be wrong, but it was over 60 for sure. So, okay. I think that's it for you guys in this one. I'm taking the Royals, maybe a little bit contrarian here. All right. Time for the Padres with the going up against the Mariners in this one with you, Darvish, on the mound. You got to wonder where you stands at this point. I do have worries here in this game. Seattle's played pretty well for the most part, covered 6 of the last 7 run lines against the Padres. I have it listed as a pick 'em here, but the Mariners definitely the favorite now, at least $1.15, if not a little bit higher. So maybe a slight move here from the bettors on the Mariners in this one. And widely reported steam also came in on the Mariners. Handicappers are kind of favoring the Mariners here. I'm going to be on the Mariners here tonight against my Padres. We need to win games. I'm here, with Dave telling him we're going to lose a game in the standings here tonight if my predictions hold true in this one. But I'm going to have to take George Kirby in this one against the Padres. I don't know if I'm taking George Kirby necessarily, so I'm just taking the Mariners and the Padres having some struggles when they've come here to Seattle. So 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams in Seattle have gone under. 6 of the last 8 meetings overall have gone under here. And I'll take Seattle. Let's see what we got. We have Padres here for Thomas, says will be the 3rd leg in his parlay today. Luis is on the Padres. Jerry's on the Padres. I hope you guys are right. I hope I'm wrong. No, I can't say that, can I? I'm just got to be, I'm honest with my figures. That's all there is to it. And look at this. JW says the Padres have been able to rock Kirby a little bit. Kirby is struggling. There's no doubt about that. And the Padres score 6 on the road tonight. They will get this one. I'm taking the Mariners. I'm the minority. I wonder if Thomas is going to call the Padres here a consensus play. Could I be against them here a little bit? All right. Darren says first 5 under in this one. We're almost done. Padres under. Dave likes it to be a pitcher's duel, it sounds like. And Ray's going with me on the Mariners. All right. Oh, man, we're almost done here. Patrick's got a 3-teamer, it looks like, in this one. And here we go. Next up, we're coming to the finish of the show of the baseball. The Brewers and Savali road favorite here against the Giants, and your bird song stays on my mind here. And I'm not probably going to be able to take the Brewers on the road here. I'm probably going to take the Niners. Our Tom's out there. And for San Francisco, they've won 5 of the last 6 games between these two at home. So Giants at home here. They've also gone 6-2 on the run line last 8 games here at home against the Brewers. Some of those were actually his favorites. This one's as a dog here right now. Milwaukee's actually 4-1 on the run line themselves in the last 5 games against the Giants. But also, two of those, I believe, were run lines at home, if I'm not mistaken here. 4 of the last 5 Milwaukee games have gone under. Here for me, I've got the Giants as a dog tonight at home against the Brewers. Your comments are welcome. Here's Luis is going with the over in that one. And let's see, it is. Look at the Padres. I am again. You guys, if the consensus beats me twice, maybe I just won't even show up tomorrow. All right. I will show up because that meant the Padres win. I can't believe I'm against the consensus here. That am I going to get kicked off of Team Steam? All right. Seeing if this is a little bit of breaking news here, but I don't think it's big enough to interrupt a show with. Let's just keep it going. All right, where is Jeff? Jeff is around though, Dave. He's just probably not here today, but he's definitely found us over here. He's been here on the new show. Luis going over there, first 5 under here. Dave's going over with the Brewers. Thanks everybody for your plays today. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. We're up over 150 lives right now. It makes me feel really great. I don't know, quite frankly, I'll say it cocky or anything, but more views now to this show than we had previously with the other show. And look at our subscriber base. We got almost 600 subscribers, and basically right now 25% of you are in here live. That is an incredible, as I've told Mike, an incredible percentage of subscriber retention. Yeah, there'll be more people subscribe, drop off. Subscribe is just a number really for the most part, but very important for me. All right, let's take a look. Next up, Cubs and Dodgers. We had the winner yesterday here with the over as a premium pick in this one. Yesterday with the Cubs and the Dodgers, got Imanaga going up against Yamamoto and the Dodgers. $1.60 here in this one. Total 7.5. Make sure I got this one. Make sure I got this one right. Right now it's $1.65 or so. Yeah, $1.65. Total is moved up here. 8 under 15. Just a gradual move. I don't think they steamed it necessarily, but definitely the total has moved higher, showing pretty much, I'll just call it 8 flat at the sharp book here circa in town. And Dodgers going to be favored here again, but the Cubs have won 5 straight games on the road right now. Have the Cubs. Dodgers, however, won 12 of their last 16 games at home. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Right now, let's see what you guys have in this one for the Cubs and the Dodgers. Let's take a look. And Thomas is rolling in with those consensus plays. We'll tell you if we have one more here with the other ones, but we've got Phillies run line, Braves money line, Cardinals money line, Diamondbacks money line, the Padres money line. Cubs and under here for Luis in this one. What do we got? We've got, let's see here. Jerry, first 5 under. Fernando's going over in this one. Dodgers on the money line here for Dave today. He'll take the Dodgers. And I think that's going to, you guys got one more minute here to maybe comment in here because that is it for the baseball card, unless I missed any others here. Oh, I'll make a play in the game. I've got the Cubs on the run line in this one with Imanaga. Well, let me look at the price actually. Right. Make a minus $1.60. The Dodgers are minus $1.60. That's how I kind of, just to draw back the curtain a little bit, right? Whichever kind of is higher is the way I go. This one's barely even. So I'll take the Cubs plus a run and a half here against the Dodgers. Did a nice job yesterday. And Dre said the Dodgers, and Thomas said, yeah, the Cubs did have a good day. So that's going to do it for the Major League Baseball card. We got 3 games in the W today. So let's get over to those, I think, in that one. Let's see what we got here. 3 games tonight, and we're winding down the season in the WNBA. And let's see what we got here. Take a look first off with the Lynx on the road. They're taking on the Dream here tonight. You got the Lynx are favored by 4.5. The total 150. Whoa. I'm going under, and let me see here. I want to go under anyway, and that's going to be my play, but I better put the right line up there again. Probably was thinking premium, but it's all the way down to 156.5 right now. The Lynx are a terrific defensive team. I think you're going to get a top-notch effort from Atlanta as well. They're playing a little bit better. They're a game out of the playoffs right now with the current standings here. Let me make sure of that. Right now, Atlanta 12-23, Chicago 13-22. So they're 1 game back of that final playoff spot. We know it's the only playoff spot left. 7 spots have been decided. Washington is the other team. The Wings and the Sparks are done. So you have 3 teams battling for 1 spot. I would expect best effort you can get here by the Dream. The Lynx, what can you say? They're second in the league. Definitely one of the favorites to play for the WNBA title here. Top defense, strong offense as well with Collier. Let me take a look at the injury report in this one. I'm just going to take the under as my play here. In fact, we're getting, let's see. All right. Juhas is questionable in this one. I think that's pretty much it. Dream Cheyenne Parker was ruled out. We know she got injured several weeks ago with that leg, so she's out for the rest of the season. The number here currently, 4, and now showing even 156 at some of the square books, and I'm going the sharp books actually. I'm going under in this one with the Lynx and the Dream. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got R. Thompson's on the Dream plus the points. Yeah, Dave said he thought Caitlin Clark has a foot injury. We know that she did turn her ankle there about it must have been about 6 or 7 days ago now. She did come back into that game, played in the next game. The only one we've seen really, we saw Asia Wilson actually take a game off there with a little bit of a tweak. All right, here, 22, Daly, right? 22, that's a playoff spot. 8 get in. Remember, we're going to 13 teams next season with the Golden State Valkyries. And let's see here. Dave is on the Lynx today in this one. All right, and the Fever will take it on the Aces tomorrow. That should be an awesome game. And they actually said, here's Ray on the Lynx as well. I'm giving Atlanta a big shot here. Probably going to make the card. Join me over at Winnable. All right, here we go. Liberty taking on the Wings tonight in this one. Hopefully that was a good enough preview there. I left my notes here on the table. I didn't even cover my notes in the game necessarily with that one. But you got a Liberty here, another road favorite. Widely reported steam, as I said earlier, came in on the over here in this one. It says 9 and 172 right now, but the line is 10 and 174.5. We know the Liberty is great, first place, and probably the favorite here at this point. Feels like to win it all right now, and looking so good every game. The Wings are, they've missed the playoffs. They've definitely way down there. At home, they do play a little bit better, maybe, but this one might get out of hand scoring wise. Liberty does score. The Wings constant over at home. 2/3 of their games overall kind of go over anyways. But I'm trying the Wings here, plus 10 points. Oh, give me the Wings. I'll try the Wings. Give me a little buffalo. Give me a little honey barbecue. Give me the Dallas Wings in this one. I'm going to take them plus 10 points just to make it clear, and hang in there tonight with the Liberty. Liberty, they are somewhat comfortable here right now, 3 games ahead of the Lynx. So they probably could, play out the string, just win these games and get that number 1 seed without much thought or concentration, to be honest. I don't, not necessarily saying the Liberty. Our Tom says, give me Liberty. And Jerry Davis said the Wings and over. I think I might be with you, Jer. And Thomas, I do. Yeah, you know what? I always go barbecue for the most part. Jerry's on Cajun dry rub. Luis, thank you for some more soccer action. You are covering the soccer for me here today with the CONCACAF coverage. Got some college football steam right now coming in. Maybe I can just report it, give you a little heads up on a move currently between South Florida and Southern Miss. This game just got steamed to the under. It was 58.5, but we're seeing it down to 58 right now, maybe even 57.5. South Florida and Southern Miss taking some steam here, and these are significant. These ones will sometimes continue to move when they're early in the week. So just look at your numbers or however you do your handicapping if it was something that you were looking at. But this one basically is based on a move. We've just gotten word through the wire service that South Alabama quarterback Lopez, who averages 432, who had 432 yards in the first game of the season with 3 touchdowns, is questionable with a toe injury. So looks like he may not make this one. I don't have much more information. We're on live here, just getting a feed here for this one, but the total's moving down, which may indicate his status will be in jeopardy. Gio Lopez there for South Alabama. All right. Steam play also coming in Oklahoma State and Tulsa. Game total over 63. That one's moving higher, 63.5, maybe 64. You hear the chimes coming in here a little bit. And that one is moving right now. That Oklahoma State total is moving at circa. So that to me is very, very big. Even if the great sportsbook master there, Mr. Benson, was critical of my comments, I still know that Circa runs the best show. In fact, sounds like they're willing to pay you. They think they will be quicker on the draw than you will be. So they will honor your taking a shot at them, or they'll basically say, hey, you beat us to the punch. We weren't paying attention to X, and we'll just pay you off at that price. So good on them. That's why so many people love Circa. Actually is a great book here in town. I love Circa. I pay attention more to their lines, quite frankly, than any other. In fact, sometimes when I see those moves come out of Circa, that's my play, to be honest with you. So, not all, it's got to match up with the numbers. You know what I mean? But comparatively comparing it to what I have. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here. And with our 2-hour show, I got a little thing here with Dave apparently, and let's see what else. Thank you, Thomas. I will do that here, and let's see what else we've got. Dave may be on the Liberty in this one, and Jerry said he already played South Florida minus 10. Oh, well, we were talking about the total, I think, right? In that one, Jerry. South Alabama's quarterback, though. If that's what you mean. Let me make sure I got that one right. Actually, clicking through South. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I was thinking there. If the South Florida Southern Miss game got steamed under, followed by the news. I think I just had all those Souths. Too many Souths there. The South Alabama quarterback is questionable, threw for 432 yards last game and might not play this week. Arkansas State and Michigan currently taking steam to the over here. Michigan here. Yeah, we win it. We were against Michigan. Last week. I better be done with the show here. I'm running out of steam. Uh, Arkansas State and Michigan going over. I think this show's about over. I think I'm about over here. And let's see, Dougie. Thank you, Dougie, for your play this week on LSU. Hey, Jermaine, there's my X handle right there. We're at Ramon Scott Media. Please follow me over there. I always tweet out the show. And there you'll find my responses to everybody bagging on me today, everybody calling me a jerk. They told me to go fry my head, bang my head against a wall until it bleeds. What else did they say? F you. Who are you? Quit talking, they said to me. Everybody's a keyboard warrior. You're invited to debate me on the show. Hey, I'd love to get Bill Krackomberger out on here to tell me why I'm wrong, that we shouldn't be taking shots at sports books, or Mr. Benson as well. I don't know. Hey, I want to say this. I want to say this about Mr. Krackomberger. He's over there with a great, if you watch a great channel here, I just want East Coast Sports Investors. They got a great show, a great host, doing great content. And I watch Bill's show on there with them. And quite frankly, it's not a very, it's a channel just like this, kind of a, what do you call it, mom and pop or whatever Mikey and I and the rest of the gang are. But he spends time and gives a great show and great content, because that man, they are a good crew over there as well. So, I really have to respect that. So he can come on, tell me why I'm wrong there for the most part, right? So, all right. Let's see what else we got here. That's maybe it for that. We got one more game in the WNBA. Heck, Sun and Sparks. Give me the Sparks plus 10 points against Connecticut Sun. Look, the Sun have a few issues here, despite their third place standing. They probably aren't better than a few of these teams below them right now. Certainly, they're probably not better than the Aces. Despite all the Aces' ups and downs, they're probably not even better than the Indiana Fever at this point. They might not be better than the Storm. So I'm going to take the Sparks here. Again, I love Dave Miller. I hope they don't fire him here. But to me, when you listen to him and, even talking about the other day, I thought there was some great comments that he's made about some of his young star players. He's really a man that you can really trust as far as giving a truth is what it feels like. I'm on the Sparks tonight in this one, plus the points. All the road favorites are favored here today. So, all right, guess that is just going to be it for the morning steam. Thank you for spending a little close to 2 hours with me on a car and listening to me, whine nobody loves me on the on X. Hey, follow me at winnable.com. These are where my bet. Now I'm going to, tout my wares here, right? I'm just a tout online. Visit me at winnable.com/Ramon. You can see me over there, get more picks. Sign up for free. Why don't you? I'm sent out my KB, my Asian baseball card on the free service, and I'll send other free picks out there too. Thomas says he's going to save up for the yearly. It's just 100. I get that, but you know what it was before? It was a lot more, and I just want to get everybody on board here with me and follow me, my high volume approach. This is what I'm all about here, and of course you could join for free over there at Winnable. I'm going to get my new iPhone here, get an iPhone 16, because everybody complains like Dave that my phone doesn't work. I don't pick up. I can't get the text this thing I got this one in the pandemic, so I think we're ready for a new iPhone 16. You needed a new phone in the pandemic because all you did was stay on the phone pretty much all day, texting and FaceTiming people. And I can remember, you know what I did was because I went around, I started my career as doing the delivery apps with that. Dave, no, I was out there when there was nobody out there but people with gloves and masks on picking up food. I was a poker dealer, and all the poker rooms shut down, so I didn't have a job like a lot of people, and just started doing that because but man, when we came back, the funniest thing was so I was a poker dealer at a great room, the Hamul Poker Room in San Diego. We had a cool room and cool people that I worked with, and we were the first poker room. I don't know. I think in the country, the way that we boss researched it, I researched first in the country to open up, right? And everyone flocked to this poker room from Southern California, from Vegas. The poker room was so busy. I was a part-time employee because I was touting and doing stuff and things like that. And uh, my workload went from 20 hours to 60 hours. And after about a week of that, I said, oh, you know what? I've had enough. All right. So check me out over at Winnable. You can subscribe to the packages there and get all the pics. You see them here as you scroll down. You can read a little bit about me, and also then the picks come in. So I'll have my card up there for baseball probably later this afternoon. I got to run some errands. I actually have a life. Got to run some errands here. Use that promo code STEAM to save 20% off all of those packages. 1 day, 3 day, what do I have? 1 day, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So please consider that. Remember your support of those picks. I'm doing my best to give you winners, but I just want to give you a steady stream of a lot of plays. You don't have to play them all. You could play them all. I just want you to have plays at your fingertips if you're ready to bet. Maybe you didn't do your handicapping or you want to follow me. So thank you very much for listening to that, and thank you for joining me here on the morning steam. One more before you go. Jacksonville State, Eastern Michigan, over 50. It's getting steamed right now. These aren't plays. I'm reporting to you the steam that comes out of the line services. I'm the one that spends uh, hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, right? So that's why we got to have sales. We got to do all this. Yeah, we got to win. That helps too. It's all together, right? I mean, sure, I could go out there maybe and earn my keep, but I'm sharing this information with you. I pay a lot of money to get this information. Hopefully you can make some good out of it. Thank you so much, everybody here as well. Luis and Dave, thank you. And Thomas, thank you as always. You're my number one, Thomas, for helping me keep this show in order. And I'm so lucky that a man like you decided to just adopt me as the show you watch. So there's something there. There's something good about it, and I feel so great about it. Looks, thank you. Right, just get those plays from me and enjoy as well. I'm going to start coming in with heavier cards. We're going to do more tennis, more soccer plays, UFC. I sent my UFC card out there, but my UFC card is pretty much public record. Louisiana Tech, NC State, one more under 51.5. Another steam move here coming on right now. Thanks a lot. That's it. Morning steam. Got to get out of it. I got 150 here, and I don't want to leave you, but I got to go. Thank you. Join me tomorrow here, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I think we'll fix the thumbnail. You can all find me in time for Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
you.